Finally, the federal government in Nigeria has decided to take away the fuel subsidy on power and fuel. Now this means a red hot suffering for Nigerians. Welcome to the Ife Biz today. My name is Tony. Once again, the bees are buzzing in Nigeria, and something tells me that the hawks are back. And the federal government of Nigeria is planning a big one. Probably by the turn of the new year, there will be no longer fuel subsidy and subsidy on power. And this means suffering raised to power 20 for Nigerians. Now, those pushing this policy has this funny argument that just like when the mobile phone came to Nigeria at the dawn of democracy, where the federal government did not subsidize and they allowed market forces to fight the price down, it will also happen in fuel and power. But then, what these people fail to tell us is this, that mobile phone was never a mainstay in Nigeria. Then in 1999 or before 1999, there were adults who have never seen a mobile phone in their lives. They've never used mobile phones in their life, and they never believed they will use one because it was not really an issue. But fuel and power is mainstay. You want to eat, you want to sleep, you want to wake up, you want to go out, you want to come in, it is fuel, it is power. Nigeria basically runs on fuel and power, as 70% of our GDP in this country actually comes from fuel. So I feel that the best way for us to actually understand what this will do to us is to borrow a leaf from the Ibrahim Babangida's tenure, where Idi Kakalu and the IMF and World Bank actually pushed a whole lot of reforms. You see, then subsidy was taken away from a whole lot of things. Company tariffs, everything was dropped. And then according to Idi Kakalu then, Dr. Idi Kakalu now, and the IMF and World Bank hawks, they said the government had no point, paying subsidy and tariffs for goods and companies and all that. And then they dropped it. Now, what happened? After pro-democracy forces sent Babangida packing from Aso Rock, we understood that Nigeria had gone 10 paces back because all the efforts that were made in the 70s and the early 80s became a waste, and Nigeria went back to square zero, where we had to import everything. Today, that we have to import toothpick, matches, and used pots from China, and wear used clothes. It's simply because of the mess that was made by Idi Kakalu, IMF, and the World Bank in the 1980s. Several years after that, the Muhammadu Buhari administration is also faced with the same decision: the need to stop subsidizing fuel and power in Nigeria. Now, what are my recommendations? And I pray this video gets to the right persons that are to make this decision so that they can listen to us first of all before they go ahead and do this thing. Now, the argument is simple, that the money that is being paid to subsidize fuel in this country is humongous. Yes, fine, I understand. They cost some billions on TV, and then you've not eaten a breakfast, and you don't even have hope in case you've eaten breakfast. Some have not. And you've eaten breakfast, you don't have the hope of eating a lunch, and then you just want something to faint first, like 5 minutes, and then before you come back. Because the money, the billions are so much. And then, so they've said, we need this money to take care of some very critical infrastructure like education, like health, like good roads, like, the light train. Yes, these arguments are wonderful, they are tenable. And then the federal government promised that they're going to pay each Nigerian 5,000 naira for 1 year. That's another topic on its own, because I don't want to go there, because by the time you calculate that money that's going to be paid to 40,000 Nigerians, you find out that it is more than the subsidy per annum in Nigeria. Now, let's go back to our discussion. Now, dropping subsidy, should it be or should it not be done? Fine. Let's say they don't want to listen to us. Let's say they want to go ahead and do this, take up the subsidy. Now, these are my recommendations. Number one, please, federal government, don't take off subsidy by January. Why? A lot of Nigerians have traveled to see their loved ones and their families. So by January, they will be coming back to their businesses and other things. Now, you taking off subsidy means transporters in Nigeria are going to just jack up prices of transportation. I mean, from day to area 1 is already 500 naira as I speak. Even government buses, the AUMTCO bus, they've jacked up their price from 100 naira to 200 naira for the big bus. Whether you are taking standing or you are sitting, it doesn't matter. I don't want to talk about interstates. If you take away subsidy by January, you're going to frustrate a whole lot of families. People won't be able to come back to their businesses. It will be like when Jonathan increased fuel price by January. A lot of families that travel to the east, to the north, they couldn't come back. They were stuck. And there is this saying that an hungry man is an angry man. No. Multiple millions of Nigerians are hungry. I say an hungry man is a dying man. And a dying man has nothing to lose. You will understand that we have not taken this kind of decision before. Fuel is a mainstay in Nigeria. Light is a mainstay in Nigeria. Taking it up means affecting millions and millions of Nigerians. Millions of Nigerians. I mean, it may be a very good policy, yes, agreed. But the way you go about it matters. Let's take, for instance, the light rail from Itakbe to Warri. Now, the light rail was supposed to cut down the expenses of Nigerians and make life better for everybody. Maybe we want to travel, you're from the south, you know. Now, the light rail didn't get to Abuja. It stopped at Itakbe for some very wonderful reasons. I don't know, you know. But now, if you want to use the light rail to travel, you will not have to, from Abuja, go to Itakbe. Now, the problem is this: there is no price monitoring in Nigeria. So every every park driver, everybody that runs that route, they've jacked up their prices. From Utako to Itakbe, as I speak right now, is 6,500 naira. If you want to go from Zuba to Itakbe, it's 4,500 naira. Okay, you want to go from Gwagwalada to Itakbe, it is 3,500 naira. Now, from Itakbe itself on the train is 3,000 naira on the train. Now, 3,000 plus 6,500 is 9,500 naira. Taking a bus from Utako bus stop to Warri is simply 9,000 naira. Now, how has that policy helped Nigerians? You see, there is this way we make a good policy look anti-people in Nigeria. So I would want the government, in going about taking away this fuel subsidy, to be aware of these gaps and then try and bypass them in such a way that by the time you take away the subsidy, we will understand that, okay, fine, yes, within a little time we'll be able to meet up. And that is one. Don't take it off in January. It doesn't make any sense. Number two, please don't give license for refinery to only Dangote. It doesn't make any sense. Fuel is too important to be monopolized. I can decide not to build a house because of the cement. I can say I'm not building a house with blocks. I can use wood and raffia to build my house, and I will stay. I'll wake up in the morning. It doesn't stop the day. But I can't say I want to trek from here to Kogi. I will die trekking along the way. So fuel is too important. So before the government starts taking out this subsidy, I advise, let there be modular refineries. Let licenses be given to serious-minded Nigerians, not the ones that will frame that license paper and put on their sitting room as if it's a decoration. Serious-minded Nigerians who will not wait on the banks to give them money. Those who have the money, modular small refineries, so that within a short period of time, market forces, like you said, can fight the price down to the level that an ordinary Nigerian can enjoy this policy. Then number three, I advise this government not to even go about taking off this subsidy in the first place. The administration is finished. By 2023, we're going to have a new government who will then decide, oh, I have lofty ideals, I have wonderful policies, I will need to take off this subsidy so that I can meet up and be able to execute my policies. Let the new government come in and take up this subsidy so that we will, within a short period of time, we'll be able to reap the fruit of this subsidy. So, all right, folks, that is my take on this issue of subsidy on power and fuel. If you have an alternate opinion, please follow us on this page, subscribe to our channel, and then drop your comments on the comment section, and we will be proud to actually answer you, and then also publish your response on our website. Thank you so much. It has been Tony. Thank you.